Welcome, welcome. It's Ride In with AMAP. And we got my buddy Brandon in front of me. And Mr. Splunge up on the DR350. My buddy Brandon's riding core of the KTM 250 EXE. And I'm on Guitarra. Welcome to the KLR off-roading. This is pretty tame off-roading, but totally KLR territory. I love this horse trail up in Virginia, outside of, not Damascus, that's a different road, different trail. This is outside of Marion, Virginia. Oh, that's first gear. And I've had some interesting life experiences here lately. I don't know if y'all have ever driven for Uber or ridden for Uber. But that's what I've been doing lately, trying to make a little extra money. In my downtime, weekends or after work, some evenings, to get some airport runs, I've been riding for Uber. And I love it, it's great, I think it's awesome. I've been able to, my best month, or best week I should say, is around $200. And depending upon where you are, that can be fairly consistent. Unfortunately, that is not the case with me. Teaching school, and having a kid in college and whatnot, and it's nice to make a little extra cash when I can, and I've loved it. It's been great. If you're a people person, it's awesome. Woo! A little spin out on the back side here, trying to wheelie around that. But it's interesting characters. Interesting characters for sure, but for the most part I've met some really great people. And I've had, most people are from out of town in my area when I pick them up. But depending on if I go to a different city, I can get some college kids every now and then, which is just mind-blowing to me that one freshman one time, I got a ping to go to the student housing, and when I went there, there's a pretty girl and her roommate, and they needed to go to the grocery store because they wanted to get ice cream. And so they ended up paying Uber like $18 to go get some ice cream because I waited for them while they were inside shopping, and then I took them back. And it's just, man, if I was a freshman in college and my parents got a bill on their credit card that said Uber for $18, I think they would have freaked out, especially when it's not like I had to go 20 miles away or so. Brandon! I'm gonna try to get around him, and we're not on comms. So, nice little creek crossing. Anyway, I just can't believe this, the millennial generation. We'll spend $20 to go get a $2 ice cream. But I mean, she could have walked. They could have walked to the store. It was like a mile away. A little more than a mile. I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. But you know, hey, money in my pocket. Out of that $18, I got 11 of it, so it's been fun. One of the best times I've had is when I went to Murfreesboro, which is about 4 hours from me. Oh yeah, this is a nice little spot, a little camping spot. Woohoo! I was beeping to get around you.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I couldn't even hear you.
Oh, you couldn't hear it? Good. You guys are probably talking up a storm, yeah?
I didn't hear talking about a bike.
Yeah. Good bike. So are these little hiking trails, or?
Yeah, this goes there. If you remember the map, there's a forest road.
Okay.
You go up that about a half a mile, where it looks like a quarter of a mile, according to this home. There's a little forest road. There's just a really nice creek crossing.
Oh yeah, sure. See if you can wheelie across that one. It's always the plan, right, in your head?
Get it on video. It's going to be awesome.
That's right.
One way or the other.
I didn't hit it, did I?
No, the wave washed it up.
Okay. Oh, he's probably going to splash me. This reminds me of the old days, before having a Bluetooth headset. I like.
Go ahead and lead. There's nothing. There's no turns coming up.
I know, but I like having you on film because it's a lot more interesting to watch. Yeah. So we had a little creek crossing back there. Had some little fun on that. And I was talking about Uber, and it's been great. I've really enjoyed doing it. I think that technology, let me tell you, as a teacher, I've been talking to my riders, and sometimes I get some fancy, smart people. And I'm like, we need to take this technology and apply it to other areas of the world. For instance, think about it if it was in the medical field. The way it works, woohoo, is that if somebody needs a ride, they have the GPS location, and the nearest Uber driver, that was a little sloppy. The nearest Uber driver from the GPS location of the rider is the one that gets the ping. And so I get a hit that says, this person needs a ride, do you want to come get them? And you can accept or decline. But let's try that to the medical community, all right? What if you're sick at home and you need a doctor? You hit the app, and the nearest doctor could just drive to your house and attend to you. Wouldn't that be awesome? Or the nearest plumber. You have a break in your pipes and you need a plumber. Boom, nearest plumber comes to your house and gets you. Helps you out. There's actually a TV show called APB that's already applied this idea, and in law enforcement, somebody sees a crime, boom, they hit the app, nearest policeman, boom, over there, got it. So it's pretty slick. It's pretty fascinating to me, and I think that you could really do a lot with it in other areas, not just ride sharing. So who knows if that's gonna catch on. And I'm a teacher, and I don't know how to, I kind of inspire other people to think outside of the box, and be able to actually accomplish the things that that we talk about. I can't actually do it. I don't know, I might be able to, but I'm not in a position of a medical field or whatnot to do that. But it'd be awesome. There's so many other ways, and there's probably tons of other ways of things that could happen and that I haven't even thought of yet. So love the Uber. I think it's a great, and we need to have, I just wish I had more rides. I mean, one thing that's very interesting is where I live in the Tri-Cities, it has not caught on with the total capabilities that it has in the bigger towns. For instance, when I was in Murfreesboro, they have over 23,000 students at MTSU. And there were lots of times that I was giving rides to single moms, dropping their kids off at school, and then going to work. There was one guy who lives in a pretty poor neighborhood, but he just needed a ride to work. He didn't have a vehicle of his own. Another guy, I picked him up from work, took him to the liquor store, and then took him home. So, but a lot of the low-income people are really taking advantage of this because they don't have a vehicle to themselves. Oh, that's neutral. Hard to wheelie when you're in neutral. But in my area, the only people that are riding it are businessmen going to the airport or drunk people coming home from a bar, which is smart and good. But it's things like that make it a great service. And there's so many times that people are like, thank you so much, I really appreciate you giving me a ride, even though they're paying me to do it. So I mean, it's really pretty cool. I've really enjoyed doing it. Almost every time I feel like I'm helping somebody. And they'll tell me that all the time. Like one guy, like he needed to go to the urgent care when I picked him up, and he was sick as a dog and just couldn't drive himself, so he called an Uber. So it's pretty slick. If you are thinking about doing it, I recommend it. If you're a people person, I think you'll enjoy it. I haven't had any shady characters or anything. There was one time I thought I was picking up a prostitute from her pimp. But it turns out they were boyfriend and girlfriend, and he was drunk, and they had the car, and he just wanted her to have a ride home, safe ride home. So I don't know what happened to him, but it's, for the most part, I haven't had anybody get in the vehicle that I was really worried about. So it's been great. Now I'm thinking about getting a Prius. Oh, I know, it's a Prius, I know. I'm riding a motorcycle. Who in the heck drives a Prius who drives a motorcycle? But, you know, if I could afford it and we could pay off some other bills and get some things, it would be beneficial. Getting 40 miles to the gallon, which is, actually you can get up to 50. Actually what I really love is a Chevy Volt, because those things are way cool. I don't know if it has a little wheelie. I don't know if I could do it with the Uber, but I know the Prius is, you know, that's like the Uber staple is a Prius. So, all right, well, thanks for riding with me, and Mr. Splunge, and my buddy Brandon. Hope you're having a great dual sport day. All right, AMAP out. Out having fun. That was like my old closer. Out talking about Uber. You can tell Brad, he's talking to him because he's like using hand motions. It's like me, he talks with his hands.